This is Worldwide Classic. I'm Southside Tre. Let's get straight to it. I don't know how many people realize, but we're getting close to the end of a lot of careers in professional wrestling. And just about a month from now, John Cena will have his last match to cap off his retirement tour. And from his own words, it'll be the last time we see him inside of the ring, at least on the competition level. Now, I admit, I'm not the biggest John Cena fan, but I do respect the contribution to the business. And I can acknowledge that he's had a hell of a run over the past 20 years. We've also got the news that next year, in 2026, will be the last year for AJ Styles, who's one of my personal favorite wrestlers in the entire sport. So me being a fan of AJ Styles the way that I am, next year is going to kind of be a sad year for myself. Because when you really look at the landscape of pro wrestling, there aren't too many guys on the level of an AJ Styles. CM Punk just won the World Heavyweight Championship 2 nights ago at Saturday night's main event. I think it's safe to say CM Punk is at the end of his rope when it comes to this sport. But he's put out a statement over the past week that's pretty much confirmation and verifying that exact thought. And me being from Chicago, that hits home for a fan like myself. So you got AJ Styles and CM Punk pretty much saying that they're getting ready to wrap it up very soon. And these are two of my favorite wrestlers. I know I'm getting old, but to see wrestlers that I watched start their career now getting ready to retire is just a constant reminder that time waits for no man. Those are 3 guys that I mentioned now. What about Randy Orton? Randy Orton, I'm pretty sure, is on that list as well. I hate the way that the WWE has treated this last year for Randy Orton, knowing that his retirement is right around the corner as well. Randy Orton's own wife has went out publicly and said that Randy Orton has been disrespected by the WWE. And I agree 1,000%. These people are on their way out the door, and I would love to see the WWE really step it up. There's been reports that Chris Jericho can potentially return to the WWE. Last night, I saw an article that stated that WWE has big plans for Chris Jericho if he does make that return. I had to laugh at that article and be pissed off at the same time. Because how the hell does the WWE have big plans for somebody that's not even officially back with the company, but yet they can't figure out what to do with guys like AJ Styles and Randy Orton? Hell, even John Cena's last year has been subpar at best. WrestlePalooza was given a C by ESPN. I'm giving John Cena's last year in the WWE the exact same grade. So how the hell does the WWE have all these great plans for Chris Jericho, who, I'm sorry to say, can't even give you the type of matches that AJ Styles or Randy Orton could give you? That's been pretty much evident for the past 2 years in AEW. But since WWE have all these great plans for a return that might happen, guess what, Chris Jericho? You just made the list. Add him on to this list of guys that's about to retire. Guys that we've all seen debut if you grew up in the 90s like myself. But I'm going to give you a couple of names that a lot of people might not even think are close to retirement. One name is Roman Reigns, who just happens to be the only real star in the WWE currently. I think I've read several times that Roman Reigns is really contemplating retirement sooner than later. You could look at how active he is in the WWE as of late. We've only seen the man about 6 times this year. So I think it's safe to say retirement is a real possibility for Roman Reigns very soon, which is something that the WWE, in my opinion, really can't afford right now, because they've done a terrible job at creating superstars moving forward. We know that they're trying to make Braun Breaker one of those guys, but for me, that remains to be seen. They have a guy like Jacob Fatu that can really step up and be a power player, but he's been missing for the past few months, and they just wrote him off TV in the worst way possible. Laid out bleeding and with his teeth all knocked out. So things are looking real shaky in the superstar department when it comes to WWE. Now, this is another guy that might be surprising to put on this retirement list. But I think I've even read something that's alluding to the fact that he might hang it up soon. And this guy is Seth Rollins. Unfortunately, Seth Rollins is out of action right now for the next 6 to 7 months. And you hate to see that happen with the possibility of him missing the next WrestleMania. Seth Rollins might be retiring sooner than we think, and it might not be voluntarily. Rollins is one of my favorite wrestlers as well, and I hate to see how he's been plagued with injuries time and time again, especially when he's really been on a run and had the momentum he's needed to be the man in the WWE, including right now. I thought that the vision was finally starting to get the picture, and I thought things were really clicking for Seth Rollins. So I hated to see him have this injury and pretty much take him away from everything they've been building for the past year. I get concerned seeing this from Seth Rollins because I don't know if he is going to be able to finish on his own terms. I'm not trying to wish that on Seth Rollins, and I hope that I'm wrong because, again, he's one of my favorite wrestlers with me being a Shield guy. So as wrestling fans, I hope we all take the time to really appreciate these guys' career while they're still able to compete inside of the ring. So for a guy like Southside Tre, I hate to see this day coming, especially since the WWE doesn't seem to have a real contingency plan. I don't see the guys that are about to elevate to be on the level of a Roman Reigns, to be able to have the type of impact that CM Punk had, to be able to do the things that AJ Styles was capable of doing all around the world. That's not to say that the current wrestlers don't have the talent, but between the booking, the creative, and not having a stacked roster, I'm concerned on how a superstar can even be created under these circumstances. This company should already have one in the chamber, knowing that Roman Reigns is only being seen a few times a year. This is something that should have been thoroughly worked on, knowing that Seth Rollins has been injury prone. The WWE is lucky that CM Punk wanted to get back into wrestling at all. So not only do I want us as fans to appreciate and celebrate these veterans and legends that are on their way out the door, but I'm also challenging the WWE to do something about it.